everyone, this is Leszka Nowotarskiego from Leno Music, and today I'd like to present you the tenor saxophone mouthpiece hard rubber ebonite made. It is Rafael Navarro, model is named Maestra Custom, tip opening is 8. So if you're interested, please stay with me for a whole episode, which is starting exactly right now. I received tenor saxophone mouthpiece for reviewing, for testing. As you can see, this is hard rubber ebonite made mouthpiece for tenor saxophone mouthpiece with this metal ring, so it is very characteristical. Tip opening is 8. It's a rather big one. I've already tested the alto saxophone version of this mouthpiece in some of my previous videos, so here is the link. Here, tip opening is rather big one. What is most important in saxophone mouthpieces, of course, is inner part of the mouthpiece. So what we've got here, this is strictly jazz mouthpiece with the large chamber, widely open big chamber inside, and there is no baffle, no step baffle. When you touch it by finger, you can feel a little bit smooth transition between facing part of the saxophone and the chamber, but it is so smooth that this is not the step baffle like it is, for example, in Guardala mouthpiece, which actually I will be comparing this mouthpiece with in my recording, but this is later. Now let's focus on this Maestra Custom. So there is no baffle, large chamber, characteristical ring. On the front of the mouthpiece we got Maestra Custom signed, and of course this is made by Rafael Navarro, South American producer of mouthpieces, well known in the saxophone world, of course. So now let's jump into the practical part of my test. I'll do some recording of this mouthpiece with, of course, jazz standards, because this is strictly jazz mouthpiece. As I can figure, not playing before on this mouthpiece, probably it will have a dark sound, because lack of baffle makes this mouthpiece probably sound much darker than the mouthpiece I'll be comparing it with, which is Guardala Studio, my mouthpiece which I've been playing for many years already. So I will do comparison with this also with Guardala Studio. To show you maximum playability of this mouthpiece, I'll add extra Silverstein, I don't know how to pronounce it, ligature. This is $150 ligature, so it's top shelf, not budget ligature. And I will also test it with the horn which I received for testing, which is Cannonball Big Bell Stone Series custom model, very expensive horn. So now let's jump into the video and do the practical test of tenor saxophone mouthpiece made by Rafael Navarro. Model is named Maestra Custom, tip opening 8. Okay, I'm done with testing. I've just come back from my practice room. It's definitely for jazz purposes. It has low end, nice warmness. It is also advertised in such way. You can read on the Rafael Navarro website that this is based upon the great jazz mouthpieces of 40s and 50s. Maestra is the perfect choice for player looking for an elusive sound of yesterday, but with a bit more power and overall projection. So, as you can see, this is kind of tribute to the mouthpieces that were made in 40s, 50s, like Otto Link, like Berg Larsen, made at that time. Price is not a budget. This is not mouthpiece you can buy being on a budget. You need to pay about $500 for this mouthpiece. It is a comparable price with the mouthpiece I also tested today. It's Guardala Studio. That's why I made this comparison. I made this test just to show you how they both sound differently being at the same range of price. Interesting thing with this mouthpieces is that they are made in portions, in series, and the series are short. So I emailed the producer of this mouthpiece, Rafael Navarro, and he told me that this mouthpiece is about 10 years old and it was produced in a small series. It is only a couple hundred items produced, and they closed the production and they changed the name, changed the kind of mouthpieces, changed the inner part of the mouthpiece, and they do another series of mouthpieces. So it's a good choice for someone who's not on a budget. As I mentioned, it costs about $500, so it's not cheap one, but for sure it will get more expensive through the years because it is not produced nowadays. So you need to look for a used one. You cannot buy the brand new one in a store now, Rafael Navarro Maestra Custom now. So it needs to be second-hand purchase. So if you need to locate somehow your money, you can always buy this mouthpiece. Probably it will never get cheaper. It will always get higher and it will always get more expensive. For who this mouthpiece is produced, as you can hear, it's strictly for the jazz. It's not for a nowadays pop, smooth jazz. As you can hear, this mouthpiece does not cut through the mix so clearly that this mouthpiece does it. Probably because it doesn't have so many high frequencies and it's not so loud. The Guardala Studio is much louder than this Rafael Navarro. But of course, this is not the point. Not every mouthpiece needs to cut through the mix and be strictly the soloist mouthpiece. If you play jazz clubs concert, it's perfectly for you. So this is all, folks, for today. I hope you enjoyed my review of this mouthpiece. Actually, I really enjoy it. It's very cool, nice to play, easy to blow mouthpiece. If I had such money, I would for sure buy this. This is my student's item, so I do not own it. But if I had such money, I would surely buy it because it's very nice. Actually, I don't play so much this kind of music nowadays, so probably in the most recording and probably in most of my gigs I will use still my Guardala because for my musical purposes probably I need this mouthpiece more. But it's, as I told you, very nice, very warm sounded mouthpiece, easy to blow, easy to play, no problems with the low register, no problems with the altissimo. This full warmness of low end of the saxophone and lots of air coming through the saxophone makes this mouthpiece really nice sounded piece. If you like this video, please give me the thumb up. You can also see the rest of my videos. I did tons of reviews already with mouthpieces, with the saxophones, with all together saxophone stuff, mainly in Polish. I recently switched to the English. You can also, of course, subscribe my channel. So if I publish anything in the future, you won't miss anything here on Leno Music. When you can find here, of course, Geartest stuff like this, mouthpieces, ligatures, saxophones, all around the saxophone stuff. Also, I give the lessons of improvisation, of theory of music, saxophone lessons. So there's a whole bunch of products I can show you. So if you're interested, please contact me via email. Here is the address. Unfortunately, I need to give this mouthpiece back to my student, but in the future I will be looking for this mouthpiece because this is very nice item. Thank you very much, take care and goodbye. Leszek Nowotarski. See you next time.